Hey guys! This is a small hint as to what we will be making. So for these December crafts I decided, or for this December I would make some crafts. As you saw in the last video, I said I would be making the reindeer this week. So here, we're going to be making these little guys today. They are in two different flavors. You can tie them up and make them kiss, various fun little things. And so since we're all three matching, let's go ahead and make them. And here's everything that you will need. So for this one, first you're going to want your hot glue gun. I've already plugged mine in because it takes a while to heat up and it looks like it already wants to. Then you're going to need your candy canes, which I'm going to be using this raspberry and blueberry one that I had left over from a different thing that I did for work. And then I have some googly eyes, which you can't really see here, but I have a bag here of my googly eyes and noses, which you will also need. One for each reindeer. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera, guys. And then some pipe cleaner antlers. So for these, I'm not going to show you guys how I did it in this video, but basically I took a candy cane and I measured it on there. And what I did was I pulled it straight, wrapped it around, twisted them, folded it, and then kind of like twisted them. It's a lot of your own creativity, and not every reindeer is the same. So my antlers are definitely not equal or the same in any way. So yes, as you can see, they kind of just slip right on and off. You can glue them down if you so choose. But for this one, we're not going to. This is probably one of the simpler crafts, and so I appreciate you guys watching it. I love doing this every year for my family or my coworkers or my friends. I did this one year in high school. I just did it this year, like I said, for college for a bunch of my coworkers. I made like a bucket of them in 4 different flavors, but for this one we're just going to do these 2. My glue gun is having a tantrum already, so we're going to grab the little nose, and I'll try to get this as close as I can. I'm going to grab your little nose and put, whoops, a little bit of glue on it. So you want enough for it to stick onto the candy cane, but not too much where it's going to end up everywhere. And just kind of stick it on. Luckily with hot glue, it dries relatively fast. You can use regular glue, but it's not as stable. And there's your little reindeer antler. And now for the little eyes, you can use tweezers or your hands. If you do use your fingers like I am, please be very careful because hot glue burns and is a big thing. So there's one of the eyes. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I was doing so many of them for work, they either came off like this, like it just did, or they would glue on crooked, which was always a party. But whoop, there it is. The way my glue gun works, ow, finger. See, like I said, glue hurts. But there's one reindeer, and because there's glue coming out, we're gonna really fast do the second one. I apologize that this is kind of a short video again, but I thought this would be a lot of fun since I make reindeer crafts all the time, and I thought it would be really fun and seasonal. So there's one antler, or one eyeball. Like I said, I used tweezers for part of this when I was originally doing it, to pick up and hold the eyeballs, because I would do all the antlers, put them on the candy canes, do all the little noses, and my glue gun, it's still trying to release glue right now because it like shoved in a bunch, and so it's all just heating up and melting and then falling. Once you're done, you can pull off the webs from the glue. Do be careful though, because if you pull off, like, say a really thick one, it can like knock off your eyeball or your nose and you have to redo it. And then we're gonna put glue on this one. Ow, hot. Don't recommend what I just did. where I touched the glue while it was still hot. Usually it cools off a little bit more before I touch it, but ow. I do recommend you let it, I know while it hurts while it's on your finger, definitely let it dry for a second and then pull it off. It comes off a lot easier, and then your finger's like relatively fine. Don't get it all over your fingers because you will become not fingerless. Your fingerprints will, I swear, will be removed. It's crazy. But there you have it. Some cute little reindeers. You can use them for adornment. You can give them out as gifts. I know that this was really short, but I do hope you guys enjoyed them. And I did make 2, so they had little friends. And you could potentially tie them together and give them to a loved one and say, look, they're little kissing and things like that. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and come back next week for another craft.